You want to know why most people go out of business? They go out of business because they don't want to do business anymore. You want to know why people don't want to do business anymore? It's when business is no longer fun for them. You want to know what most people think is going to make it fun in business? Is if they're making a crap ton of money.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me, my friends. Okay, today I want to talk about the power of retreats. The power of retreats. And by the way, that retreat could be a retreat by yourself. That retreat can be a retreat with your team. If you have a team and you have staff, I am such a huge believer in it. I'm currently on day one of a 5-day retreat. Well, we're here for 5 days, but it's like more of a 4-day retreat. And I want to share with you guys why I think that you all should do this as well for yourself, or if you have a team, you should do this for your team. Okay, I think it's so important. I'll explain to you why on today's podcast. So I'm actually in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm not going front with y'all. I think this is going to be a future spot for Gregory, Adrian, Todd. I freaking love this town. I love the city. I don't know if y'all are watching on YouTube. Back of me, I don't know if you can see the Whitecap Mountains. I just love it, man. It's just, the air is good. It's just such a nice, clean, beautiful city, and I just absolutely freaking love it. So, anyways, we're out here in Salt Lake City, and we're doing this is our second team retreat in a matter of 2.5 months. And I'm going to tell you guys why I think this is so important. You're like, oh, wow, you know what? I'm going to turn off this podcast. I don't have a team. Okay, well, it's a couple things. So number one, today you might not have a team, but you have the makings of a team. You do. You want to know who's the makings of the team? You. And let me tell you something. I don't want you to be insane. And I don't want your team to be insane as well if you have a team. So here is what I mean by that. Before I had multiple employees through multiple different businesses, I had myself. And honestly, during that time of having yourself, many of you can act insane, okay? And what I mean by acting insane is I mean that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, but you're expecting a different result. That's insanity. And the reason why I'm such a big believer on carving out time for yourself or your team to be able to say, yo, what the hell are we doing? And are we on the right path? And what do we need to do to make sure that we either A, get on the right path because we're not on the right path, or B, stay on the right path and continue to carve out the path that we want to get to. Guys, if you are not at least in some way consistently doing that, it's just a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe of you doing the same thing over and over and over again. Now, I'm not here to clown nobody, but recently I have been surrounded, whether it's at conferences, by people that they're saying the same thing. Not for 2 months, not for 2 years. It's the same thing for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's like they're dealing with the same problem and not addressing the problem. They're insane. They're insane because I truly believe it's because they're just saying, you know what? I'm not going to even give myself the space. I'm not going to even give myself the space to even say, what am I doing wrong? Shoot, what am I doing right? Hell, what am I actually doing? What am I doing? And just give themselves a space to be able to just think and say, how do I do this better? How do I do this more efficient? Do I even need to do this anymore? Is this something that I should delete from my life? Is this something that I should duplicate and have technology automate? Can technology automate this? Is this something that I should delegate out to someone? Greg, I'll take that off your plate. Okay, boom, all of a sudden, it turns into a whole new company. Guys, you do realize that one retreat By the way, this was a 4-hour retreat by myself. It was like, okay, for each person that is within my company, what do I need to do with them so that they are growing and not dying? What do I need to do with them? By the way, this was in 2020, end of 2023, okay? No, sorry, end of 2024, I did that, okay? And by the way, I did a downsize in the company, but I had some key people and I was like, what do I need to do? Now I'm telling you something. There was one person in particular, I won't even get into who that person is, that I said, oh, okay, I need to do something with this person because this person is valuable to the company, but I need to find a way for this person to be able to grow, to be able to expand. And I want to tell you something, that 4 hour, by the way, I didn't spend the entire 4 hours on this person, maybe 30 minutes, turned into that person now starting a company with me, and that company doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And more importantly, that company now helping the amount of people that it's helping directly and indirectly. It all started with a retreat. Just me asking questions. So guys, that's what I am imploring you all to do. By the way, there's another reason why I do these retreats. I do these retreats because this is part of my values. Part of my values is I believe in working hard. I do. I believe in working intentionally. But I believe that I need to have fun every single day. So even like last week when I was speaking at this conference, I'm at the conference and I noticed, like, for me, it's very clear to people when I'm speaking that I'm having a really good time when I'm doing it. And by the way, if you don't want that, don't ever ask me to be a speaker for you, okay? And usually, because that's how it is, usually, not all the time, and I'm not here to brag or boast, maybe it'll come across that way, and if it does, then I'm not making any apologies for it. Usually I'm one of the more entertaining speakers. And usually the more entertaining speakers usually are the best speakers. Why? Because people actually aren't zoning out. People are locked in, they're focused on you. They hear what you're saying, they feel it, they know it's genuine, they know it's authentic. And you wanna know a huge reason why? The huge reason why is just because I will not speak unless I'm having fun. I will not work unless I'm having fun. I'm not saying every single time of work is fun, but I'm gonna make sure that I have a laugh, I am enjoying myself, and what I'm doing, like even this podcast, I'm like, I gotta go do the podcast. All right, well, if I'm gonna do the podcast, well, at least let me go walk and take in this Salt Lake City fresh air and feel good about myself. That's what I did. That's what I'm doing. I was telling somebody, that when I was in the clinic, that I used to have, like, when patients used to come into clinic, I'd actually have one of my techs have walk-up songs for them. So we could see them coming, like their cars, coming in. By the way, there was times we're seeing like hundreds of patients, okay? And we would have like a theme song for them, right? Some patients, this is back when like Ball So Hard, I don't know if you guys remember that with Kanye West and Jay-Z. This guy, Austin Fitzpatrick, I'll never forget it. Whenever he walked in, and to this day, me and this guy are still friends, right? It's like, by the way, did I do it so me and him can still be friends today? No, I did it because that was fun. I did because we had fun. We made the 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock hour at our clinics fun, which usually are the toughest, busiest, most stressful times, but it was fun for us. And guys, that's part of the reason why I'm a huge believer in retreats. You wanna know why most people go out of business? They go out of business because they don't want to do business anymore. You wanna know why people don't want to do business anymore? It's when business is no longer fun for them. You wanna know what most people think is gonna make it fun in business? Is if they're making a crap ton of money. Let me tell you something, that is what's going to keep you going. I've seen people making a lot of money, but they never enjoyed themselves. They never actually said, I'm going to enjoy this entire experience of serving people, and they just did it because it was a means to an end. It was a way for them to make a crap ton of money, and that's why they did it, And so guys, I'm just telling you that I truly believe retreats are where it's at, okay? It doesn't have to be you going to Salt Lake City. It doesn't have to be you coming to Florida. A retreat can be you just saying, I'm gonna carve out 4 hours and I'm gonna start to ask myself those questions. What do I need to delete from my life? What the hell is going on in my life? What am I doing in my business? What is happening? Am I happy with it? Am I proud of it? Is this something that I can say, you know what, I stand for this. You know what, am I not happy with it? What do I need to do differently? What should I delete from my life? What should I continue doing? What should I delegate? What do I need to duplicate and automate? What do I need to transition to having AI do? What needs to be me? How do I add more of me, less of AI? How do I add more of AI, less of me? These are all questions you need to be asking. And if you do that, then you're not insane. You're not doing the same thing over and over and over again and you're expecting a different result. You understand that what we're doing has gotten us what we've gotten. Okay, but if we want something different, we got to do something different. And that's what it looks like. And it starts by doing a retreat. Anyways, hope that helps you. Hope that serves you guys. I'll talk to you on the next episode. Until next time.
That was easy.